What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the tavern. I'm Spencer,
I'm angry Eli.
and we are here for a late night Bardic Blunders. Oh boy! So just, just for clarification as to why Eli is angry.
I found a topic that I was going to bring up for the podcast because I was like, Spencer's going to be peeved with this one.
Shut up, cheese! It's never too late. It's never too late.
I'm like, Spencer's going to be peeved with this one. We're going to make fun of it because, ha ha, but Spencer's not going to find this one out before me. He found out before I...
Yep. He was like, "Oh, I got something fun for the podcast." I was like, "Oh, what's that?" He's like, "Oh, it'll make you mad. We'll bring it up during." And I'm like, "Oh, by the way, I got one more thing. It's the new Borderlands game." And he goes, "Damn it!" Cheese, I can promise you this is not going to be a long episode because I just got back from work. I am exhausted.
I feel great.
I was just like,
I felt sick all day.
Nice.
And then I streamed with Tyler, and we had to have... He put it on an open lobby, which got a bunch of children in there.
Of course.
And then I got a really bad migraine.
Of course.
Because they're so fucking loud. If you watch my stream, at one point I'm walking through the halls and I can hear them. And I'm like, fucking stupid-ass children, making my head hurt. Fucking loud.
Jeez, if we didn't podcast now, we weren't going to be able to do it this week. I work the next 2 days, and then we got Comic-Con for the whole weekend, so...
We're still doing D&D, though.
Yes. I'm just not
Because
streaming
D&D is
the whole
important.
weekend.
D&D is important. Streaming's not, apparently.
Shoved a bunch of streams. No, dude, you look at my schedule, I've shoved a bunch of streams in. I streamed... Well, it was supposed to be one stream earlier today, but Elden Ring had to crap itself, so I had to split it to two. Yeah, well, okay, it's one of the Comic-Cons. It's the Tampa Bay Comic-Con that's happening this week.
Yep. And we will be there, so if you manage to find the two of us, you can get our pictures and autographs.
No.
But we'll deny we ever did it.
Oh, boy. I mean, yeah, if you happen to be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con, you'll probably see me, but just don't take pictures. Yeah, people don't even know what we look like. That's the thing. People would have no way of knowing.
That's the point, Spencer. We're untouchable.
Oh, boy. But what state? I mean, I said Tampa.
There's only one city
There's only
in the
one
country
Tampa.
named Tampa Bay. Believe it or not, I have done this research.
Wear something that you'll know. No, I won't. I can tell you right now I'm cosplaying for 2 of the days. But I won't tell you what I'm cosplaying. So look for the old man and the big guy. Yep.
Okay, fuck you. Fuck all of you. This is bullshit. I'm not that old.
I'm not cosplaying Krieg. I'd love to cosplay Krieg, but we're not there yet. I need to get my abs better before I cosplay Krieg. Krieg has like a 12-pack. But anyways, to get to our topics,
I'm not old. You guys would never fucking pick me out of the fucking crowd.
So the first topic, let me explain my reasoning for this one. What's up, Razor? Ian, you've never heard of Tampa before? It's in Florida. Good grief. Anyways, so I have been caught up in a bunch of videos of a Nintendo fanboy. I will not say the name of his channel because I don't want to promote him. But you can find a significant amount of videos criticizing his content because he's literally the most insane fanboy ever.
No! Stop! Phone. I opened my phone and started playing anime.
Nice. So this guy has takes like Elden Ring is bad because it's not Legend of Zelda, and nobody likes Elden Ring because Legend of Zelda is better, and Metroid Prime is better than Doom, and Doom is a bad game. Doom Eternal is a bad game. What are some of his other takes? He's got a lot of just terrible takes. He tried to claim that the GameCube was more popular than the PlayStation 2. What time is Ace Attorney tomorrow? 11:30 at night.
Hey, I'll be off of work. I'll probably still be up to watch it.
It's 11:30. I mean, the only other option would be to do it at well, no, I can't stream. I have stuff to do before work tomorrow, so it's 11:30 at night. We're doing late night Ace Attorney. I got derailed by that. Okay. So he's had all these horrific takes. And multiple times of just straight up lying. Like saying the GameCube outsold the PlayStation 2. Absolutely wrong. The GameCube sold like 21 million units. The PlayStation 2 sold 155 million. So, not even close. But, anyways, as I'm watching this, and this guy likes to tear down at Elden Ring, which is a super popular game, and then prop up Legend of Zelda, I'm thinking, like, okay, I like both Legend of Zelda and Elden Ring. I like this game. I like that game. I like, whatever. I like the Nintendo games, but I also like the games this guy's criticizing. I can tell you who I cosplayed after Comic-Con, but, anyways, I got to thinking, and I was like, is there one game in particular that you can point to and say, that is the best game of all time? This is a game that is undisputedly a good game. Now, you might catch a contrarian here and there who's like, oh, this game is bad because I don't like it. Whatever. But at the very least, is there a game you can point to that is so influential and is so liked from a widely public standpoint that you could consider it the best game of all time? Basically, is there an objective best game of all time? Like, obviously, my personal pick is Bloodborne, but I don't think Bloodborne's the best game of all time. Can every single person pick up and play Bloodborne? No, it's only on a PlayStation, so you have to have a PlayStation first. But then, also, there are people who don't like the Souls games. That's fine. It doesn't bother me if somebody doesn't like the Souls games, but so obviously Bloodborne's not going to be everybody's pick. And then, so that's basically, I'm done breaking it down, but that's basically it.
Bye, Cheese.
Get you later, Cheese.
So, here's my thing.
Also, what's up, Ghetto?
There's, I will say, Baldur's Gate 3 will probably go down in history as one of the greatest games.
Baldur's Gate definitely will.
But me personally don't think it's the best game ever made.
No. By the way, another take that guy had was that Baldur's Gate 3 was irrelevant now and nobody cared about it anymore.
I don't really care about his opinion.
I'm just saying.
Once again,
just to add on another one onto the pile. But continue.
My personal favorite game, and I will swear this up and down, is Halo 3 ODST.
Yes.
I don't care what other people say. I lived through the era of everybody trashing on that game. And now everybody is like, oh, it's a great game. I remember when people trashed on it nonstop.
That
When
happens a
the
lot
internet
too.
hated that game because it wasn't Halo. And I played it as... Okay, hold on, give me a second. Halo 3 ODST. When did it
ODST
come
is
out?
pretty good.
Oh
Ian.
nine.
No, I'm not
Oh
doing a
nine.
Borderlands character.
Came out in '09, so I was 11 years old. Actually, I was 10, 11 years old, and that game has influenced influenced so much of my life. I have it permanently inked onto my skin.
Not an Elden Ring character. Yeah, that. See, and that's what I'm talking about, because, like, you can point to that game, just like I can point to Bloodborne, or, you know what, if I wanted to point to a game that's in a similar vein to ODST for you, I could point to Kingdom Hearts.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people love Kingdom Hearts.
A lot of people
That's
do love Kingdom Hearts, but I don't think it's the undisputed best game of all time. I don't think you could put it in that conversation, because there are also a lot of other people who are like, "Ah, it's an RPG," wouldn't like it. Oh, it's, it's got Final Fantasy characters in it, wouldn't like it. Oh, it's too childish because it's got Disney in it, wouldn't like it. You got stuff like that. I'm not
so
gonna tell you, Ian. I'll tell. You can find out after Comic-Con.
so I would say that the only game that I think could even really compete for the best game ever would be Tetris.
Tetris is a fantastic answer.
Because it is the only game that has been around for long enough where you could consider it. Two, anybody can play Tetris. You can drop it in front of a 2-year-old and they can figure it out and have fun with it.
Right.
It is still popular after how many years of it being out?
50?
Tetris. 1984.
Yeah, so, wow, 50 on the dot.
June 6th, 1984.
No,
So
40
we're-
on 40 on the dot. I don't know why I said 50 when I was thinking of the 80s.
Yeah, so it has reigned for 40 years now. And there's not a lot of games that you can put into that category.
There isn't. And one of the ones that I was going to mention was Doom 1993. Just because that established the FPS genre as a whole. So if you've ever liked any FPS game,
You owe it to Doom.
you owe it to
93.
Doom. Even if you personally have not picked up Doom 1993, if you have played and enjoyed any FPS game, Doom 1993 was what started that. For the longest time, any FPS game was called a Doom clone because of how influential that game is. Now, again, it's tough to say because there are people who don't like FPS games. There are people who don't like to go back and play old games like that, There's plenty of things to think about with that. But I think that one should be somewhere in the conversation. Not to mention,
If we were doing this 30 years from now, there are a lot of games that are out now that were popular. Like, I feel Elden Ring would be in that conversation.
possibly.
Elden Ring, Borderlands 2, games like that had such a follow. Portal. You could consider Portal in there. But in the state that we're in, there's not many games. Like,
Right.
Of course, they're great games, but, like, you could even throw Minecraft in there.
I was thinking Minecraft. But you know, I just thought about something else. You want to know? You want to know what else Doom 1993 did?
What?
Start speedrunning.
True.
Doom 1993 is where the hobby of speedrunning comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole nother subgenre of gaming. Even if you're not involved with FPS games whatsoever, if you've ever done a speedrun or watched a speedrun, you owe it to Doom 1993. I just thought of that. So I think that should seriously put Doom 1993 in the argument. I was going to mention Minecraft 2, not just because of the fact that it's the only game that's ever outsold Tetris, although that has to be brought up, but do you hear ever anybody say, I hate Minecraft? Minecraft sucks, it's a stupid game. Or is it more often like, I don't really play it anymore, I liked it more as a kid. Or, I haven't really liked it recently, you know.
I can say somebody who's... I know somebody who has said they hate Minecraft.
Who?
Ray Narvaez.
But what stream it was, but he had a secret in the game that he was playing. He was like, you want to know my secret, chat? You want to know my secret? And he flips around the side and says, he's like, Minecraft is kind of fun. Minecraft is fun.
Yeah, you're, dude, you're jumping all over the place.
Oh, goody. We good,
but
YouTube? We good?
Also, to answer other questions, we're probably not going to any other cons this year.
No, probably not.
Next year might be a different story, but I don't know how much free time we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know if there are any Comic-Cons in New York. I don't know when New York Comic-Con is, but...
You mean, like, the second biggest Comic-Con? The biggest on the East Coast?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really pay attention to it because I'm not going to New York Comic-Con.
Thursday, October 17th, through Sunday, October 20th.
Interesting.
But there's gonna be like over 200,000 people there, so no thank you.
Yeah, ew.
Dragon Con, it was 120,000 when I went.
That's a lot.
And I immediately got sick. Like, the week I came back, I was just dead.
Right.
What did I say? Can you guys not hear me?
I mean, they should be able to hear you fine.
But, yeah. I mean, I don't really... I'm not a big, large groups person. That's also why I don't like theme parks.
Same here. I mean, see, that's the unfortunate thing. I love conventions and I love theme parks, but I have to get into large groups to do it. So there's it's like a threshold of like, I can tolerate it for a certain amount of time. I'm going to tell you, by the end of Sunday, I'm going to be like, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see another human being for the next week. I'm going to have that energy to me by the end of Sunday.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have a great time. I don't know about you.
Oh, I'm excited. Did you know there's a Daredevil celebrity panel that has Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yes.
Sick.
I actually need to go look up the panels because I might.
I was just browsing through them right now. But yeah, I think think the only other thing...
It starts in 1 day and 14 hours.
Ian, just go use Google. You can literally look up New York City Comic Con and get the answer faster than waiting for us to look it up.
View event schedule. Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
All day Smallville. Okay, that's actually not. Huh. I'm gonna be looking through this. Foam Combat Arena. That's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, there's an escape room. We might be able to go do that.
Fantastic.
I'm just looking through stuff at
funny.
this point.
They're doing an after party at the Lowry Parkade.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, on Saturday, so I'm not doing it. But
oh yeah.
But yeah, the only other thing we wanted to talk about, Borderlands 4 got announced. I'm gonna be real, I haven't even watched the trailer.
I saw it and I
mean, at this point, I guess get excited, because with the trend of the Borderlands games have been going, the gameplay has only been getting better as the story gets worse. So, I mean, go into the game expecting a super fun game with the worst story you've ever seen.
Hold on, because there is one thing.
Okay, Ian, please stop talking about that. Please.
There's a maid cafe on Saturday.
Oh, fantastic.
We're going.
No. I don't wanna.
Yeah, I'm forcing you to go. Anyway, technically, if we're going off of trends, the even games are actually going to be the good games.
Well, but, I mean, you know there's a large portion of the fan base that considers Borderlands 3 the best the series has been?
Gameplay-wise, I agree. Because...
in those people's minds, the gameplay is so much better than the other games, than the story is worse than the other games, that it ends up above them. I disagree, because one of the things that kept me hooked through the entirety of Borderlands 2 is Handsome Jack. Like, constantly hearing Handsome Jack, you like, I'm sorry, that carries the story.
Yeah.
People can talk about how basic the Borderlands 2 story is, which, yes, it really is. It's nothing insane. But Handsome Jack grabs you, and man,
he grabs you, puts you in a sack, and drags you along with him the entire time.
After we got back from the Borderlands movie, I was like, I need to experience something Borderlands that's good. And so I started up a playthrough of Borderlands 2. And I was playing as Krieg and just, messing around. And I'm like, man, Borderlands 2 is actually still really fun. And then, I started my little Allegiance run today since Elden Ring decided to die. And again, I'm like, man, I'm actually having a lot of fun with Borderlands 2. I don't know what people are talking about. The gameplay is just fine. I mean, yeah, maybe whenever you're getting up into the OP levels and, all of that, it's not as good, but good grief.
I mean, this is my big thing, is that Borderlands 3 I broke. I actually broke the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you've told me about it before.
I don't know if I've shared it on the podcast.
Don't worry, Zane's even more broken now.
Oh, lovely. But apparently there's two abilities in two different of Zane's trees that you can go down, that every time you get a kill, you speed up for like a fraction of, for a specific amount of time. And another tree that the faster you're moving, the more damage you do. So you can basically chain it through large groups of enemies and become impossible to stop. And there was an item that gave me a +3 into either of those skills, and I was just like, okay, cool. Boom, I killed all the ads, one shot the boss. Okay, this was fun. I would get into large groups of enemies and kill a bunch of them and then shoot across the map. And it drove the people I was playing with off the walls because they got so upset by it.
Oh,
and I was just like, sucks to suck. I'm just the best gamer ever.
Yeah, I used flak through my whole playthrough, and I will admit, I had a lot of fun, but there was a certain point where I'm like, damn, can these twins shut up? Because I'm getting sick of them. Like, the story was so painful to get through that for me, and granted, I'm someone that does care a marked amount more about story than probably a lot of people do, but by the end of the game, I was like, can this please just end? Like, the gameplay is so enjoyable, but I just want them to shut up.
Yeah.
I've heard the DLCs are all really good, and they do a lot better with the story, but... yeah, I really enjoyed playing as Flak. But that's the thing with the, like, that's the thing I like about a lot of the other, like, one of the reasons I've liked Dark Souls and Elden Ring, and Hollow Knight does it too. It, like, drip feeds you the story. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
it gives you the intro thing. It's like, hey, you know, here's Gwyn, here's the Lords of Cinder, you know, they all did this. Now the fire needs to be relit. Go kill things. And you get little tidbits of things as you go along. There's no concrete story. If you want the story, you kind of have to look for it a little bit. And so it doesn't intrude in the game, but the story is well written. And so it's interesting. So when you do get that story, you're like, oh, okay, this is really good.
Yeah. Honestly, the funniest thing is it's kind of funny because I've hit a point with watching anime that I'm having to go back and watch the stuff from the period of anime not being so great.
Oh, yeah.
And it is so funny because I'm sitting watching it and I'm just like, this sucks. Can I just get another season of Frieren? Can I just get another season of Black Clover?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
Because I could probably rant all day about Black Clover because I really enjoyed it.
Black Clover is so much fun, dude. The thing I like about Black Clover is it manages to be fun while having stakes. That's the thing My Hero Academia did at the start, but then kind of fell off. Before there was super big stakes in My Hero, it was a lot of fun. But as soon as there started being big stakes, the fun that it attempted to have was like, okay, hold on. There's this massive villain gaining power, getting ready to destroy the world, and you all are having a festival? Like,
yeah,
you're not working to stop the big bad villain about to destroy the world? What? So that's the issue My Hero ran into. Black Clover has not run into that issue. It still feels like so much fun, but they're keeping stakes in it.
Yeah.
And that's what which one was it? Because one of the things that got me the most when watching it was, so for those who haven't seen it, Luck. Luck is a character. He is always looking for a fight. He wants to fight everybody. Like, constantly. Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? He enjoys fighting so much.
He's an honorary psychopath.
Yes. There is one villain that shows up, and he's like, I don't want to fight them. And that's when you're like, oh, they're scary. Even Luck, the guy who was willing to fight some of the strongest characters in the show, doesn't want to fight this person. Something's wrong.
That moment's really funny because another one of the characters looks over at him and says, "Don't get any funny idea, Luck." And Luck's like, he's shaking in fear. And it's like,
scared. And I was like, oh no.
This is the same guy who went toe-to-toe with something that nearly killed the entire Black Bulls by himself.
Right. Was it the big buff guy from the trio? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay, that is what scared Luck. I couldn't remember.
No, he went toe-to-toe with Luck.
Oh, he went...
And Luck got his ass handed to him.
But he didn't stop fighting.
Yeah, till he was knocked unconscious.
Right. What was it that scared him then?
The Spade Kingdom guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But it's not one of the ones we have met yet, which is the scary part. Because you had, the one who fought the Black Bulls and eventually was beaten by the Asta and, Captain Yumi.
Oh, they didn't beat him, did they? He kidnapped Captain Yami.
No, the other one who attacked, the other group. Going after World Tree, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They beat the first guy, and then the second guy came in and...
stole, Captain Yami. I will say the funniest part of that entire show is Captain Yami messing up every single person's name.
I love...
And then...
oh, boy.
And then Asta adopting that throughout the show. Because in the start, Asta's like, always getting people's names right, always remembering people's names. And then you start to see it with... probably the best time was when they meet, Marks, the assistant to the king, the Wizard King. And Captain Yami's like, yeah, this is Mushroom Head. And Asta's like, okay, Mushroom Head.
Yeah, immediately starts calling people by these random nicknames that Yami gives them. I gotta say right now, Captain Yami is my favorite Christopher Sabat character.
Yeah, he's...
I don't think... I know a lot of people, especially Dragon Ball fanboys, are going to be like, Double Vegeta! You know.
Oh, he also does Vegeta? No wonder his voice was so recognizable.
Yes! He does... Dude, Chris Sabat does so many notable anime characters. Vegeta, he did All Might in My Hero.
But yeah, I was so entranced with that show because there's so many, like, levels to it. And, like, the funniest part about the entire thing is that, like, Asta is a meathead and he's clueless about everything. And all he does is fight.
Yes.
And try and be better. And it's like, you're really admirable, but at the same time, you're so dumb and lovable. Like, I wouldn't want to fight you, but, oh man.
Yeah, That's Asta is. So aside from Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, Asta is my favorite anime main character from anything that I've watched so far. Like, Saitama from One Punch Man is funny, and he fits One Punch Man perfectly. But, like, Deku was always so annoying in My Hero. He was always one of my least favorite characters. What else? I do love Ed and Alphonse from Full Metal, but you know, there's something about Asta that's just so like
Perfect.
immediately, yeah. Because
Like, you root for him from the beginning.
Exactly.
And it's not even like,
and it's not like Naruto either, because Naruto has its own flaw where it's like Naruto's kind of bland as a main character. I mean, he's fine. He works as a main character, and you do root for him. But it's like he kind of doesn't grow and change aside from like, oh, I need to do this. Yes, he's one-dimensional. Exactly.
Asta, at least, I will say this. Asta, we have seen, shows at least 2 dimensions.
Yes.
But then you get characters like Captain Yami who are like these 3-dimensional characters that you're like, ah, man, I feel bad for you. I'm rooting for you. At the same time, a little bit of me hates you.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, it so often happens that the main character of a show is not the most interesting character.
Yeah.
But so it's like you kind of get shoved in your face a bunch, and you're like, all right, I don't really care about you. Can we move back to the other characters that we like? And that I gotta admit, that's kind of how I felt through most of Akame ga Kill.
Man,
Akame should have been the main character for that show.
Yeah.
She really felt like she was designed to be the main character, and they plopped somebody else in. But that show has other flaws, so. Jeez, I'm losing it. Ian, Naruto is voiced by a female because Naruto is a kid. Do you know how many boy characters in anime and regular TV shows are voiced by women? Why did I just... I'm so tired right now. What's the name of the son from The Simpsons? Bart. Yeah. Bart is voiced by a woman. Ash from Pokemon is voiced by a woman. Like, if you think of a little boy in any sort of animated media, they're voiced by a woman, most likely. It's just the way it goes, because to mimic how a younger boy sounds before they've hit puberty, it's a woman. Like, a woman has to do the voice, because most of the time men's voices are too deep to mimic younger boys. That's why they do that. But anyways, Tanjiro, I really like Tanjiro because people complain that Tanjiro is a crybaby because he kills demons and then he cries.
Okay.
But they're missing the fact that he's not like, oh, wow, I just had to kill a demon. It's like he's weeping because he knows the demon he just killed was a person at one point. And he's basically weeping for a life lost.
Yeah.
It's not a, oh, I'm just gonna cry, like it's human emotion is what he's showing.
Honestly, I really think you would get a kick out of the main character from the Jesus. You got my mouth aids. Anyway, the Great Cleric, I think you would get a really big kick out of that main character.
Oh boy.
Just because so it's an isekai, but at the same time, it's a guy who's like, I want to do the best I can and like help people out, so I'm going to be a healer, and healers just get shit on. Nobody likes them.
I'm not gonna watch the Borderlands 4 trailer, Ian. I barely have the mental capacity to sit here right now, and as a matter of fact, I think it's about time that we call it quits on this one, because I am losing it.
I'll get my quote here in a second. My sister's messaging me.
I don't care, Ian.
They're like, there's something wrong with your cat. I'm like, no, he locked himself in.
I didn't say I don't
room
have
all day.
time, Ian. I said I don't have the mental capacity right now.
Is this the one I wanted? Volume. Hey, phone. Okay, I got mine. You got
Go
yours?
ahead. Yeah.
In the symphony of my heart, she was the sweetest melody. Now that she's gone, the music plays on, but every note aches with her absence. Amari.
Nice. I feel like I need to give context to this quote, but this is said to a demon in Demon Slayer after they claimed humans are worthless because they die. We are proud to live and die as human beings. Don't act like your worthless ideas are supreme and force them on others. Guillaume, I don't know how to say his last name.
All we're gonna be doing is hanging out this week and talking about anime. It's gonna be great.
Dude, there's gonna be so much nerd stuff happening.
I'm
so excited.
I'm currently watching Overlord, I think it is.
Oh, that's on my list. I keep saying things are on my list and then not finishing freaking Soul Eater, even though it's been like 4 months.
I don't think you're gonna like it that much.
Oh boy.
Because I'm having a hard time getting through it.
Oh.
And I'm in season 4 right now.
Jeez.
But there's a lot of stuff that I'm just like, this has no intrinsic value to the plot. Why are we watching it?
Right. Oh, but alright. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I think this has to be unequivocally the shortest episode of Bardic Blunders, right?
No, we're at 43 minutes.
Is it already more than one? That sentence had some sort of meaning, but I don't even know what it was.
Wait, what?
Is there one is there one that is shorter than 44 minutes?
I'm flipping through. You're in the podcast now.
Oh.
No. This will be our shortest. We've had a bunch of 50 minutes, and then for the most part, we go for about an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, we would go
with our longest being over 2 hours.
Yeah. I know some of
talked
the
about on that podcast.
we talked about a lot. We talked
That
about
one
a lot.
was
I think that was one where we got off
Meta's.
topic for a very long time.
Well, it was why meta suck, criticism not welcome, Minecraft community is rioting, and gaming journalism sucks. So yeah, we probably talked about that forever.
Criticism not welcome. Which one? I recognize that, but I don't remember exactly what it was about. Anyways, thank you everybody so much for watching. I'll be back for another late night stream because I'm freaking stupid. Ace Attorney, late night tomorrow, baby. Let's get it.
Also, to keep in mind, we are at episode 46. We are 6 episodes away from 1 year.
Oh my gosh.
1 year of podcasting in 6 weeks.
Goodness. Well, on that note, tally ho.
Tally ho.